Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video on 6.4. Today we're starting 6.4.5 exploration videos, and the path is going to be That's Gonna Sting, Stung Once, Twice Shy, and Sadist. Now for Stung Once, Twice Shy, whenever you will get a bar of power as an attacker, you will get a power sting debuff on you. You can use that to heal up with willpower for 6 seconds, but you have to delay your throwing up your specials, otherwise you'll get a big damage on yourself. That's gonna sting is that the defender will take 90% less damage from all sources, and unless they are suffering from a power sting, so you will need power sting champions to do 100% damage. So champions like Spider Ham, Wasp, Yellow Jacket, and also Emma Frost and Human Torch will work really well here. Apart from that, there's a very key synergy, that is Mr. Fantastic with She-Hulk or Mr. Fantastic with Dr. Octopus. Once you have that, you can bring any science or tech champion and you can apply power stings, and that all of this path becomes super easy. Now what I'm gonna attempt, I'm gonna do this path without using any power sting champion, so I can show you some other options. So damage over time champions, passive damage champions work as well. So your Voids, your Quake, your Archangel, your Magneto, and as well as Cable with Apocalypse energy work really well on this path. And finally, there are also champions that have compounding damage. This is a long way to do it, but you don't have an option, you can go through this as well. So your Gilly 2099, Star-Lord, She-Hulk, Aegon, all of those champions work as well. The mini boss is going to be a Diablo, and the boss is going to be Hydra Adaptoid. More on them later in the video. But before we jump into the path, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. All of that really help me out a lot. Now the first fight on the path is an entry fight to the main path, so the nodes are a bit different. That is going to be Arc Overload, Lionheart, and Mirror Image. So all you need to do is you can use this fight to build up any of your champion that you're going to use ahead. So I'm going to build up Gilly 2099 and use an SP3 at the end of the fight to have that 100 hit combo meter. You can also bring in Apocalypse because he's a mutant champion, so he will directly go on to 3 charges. Or you can also bring in a Corvus Glaive if you want that. So depending on you what kind of champion you want to bring in, you can use them. If you're not going to bring in a champion, so X23 is a metal champion, so Magneto will work really good here as well. So the first fight on the main path is going to be against a Venom. Now because there is going to be That's Gonna Sting, we cannot apply a power sting because that's what I'm trying to do, use champions that do not have a power sting and try to do the path without it. So my first choice is going to be a She-Hulk. Now She-Hulk I'm going to use against the boss as well because she's very potent against the Hydra Adaptoid. Why she works against Venom is Venom is an Excel champion, so the duration of those passive furies is increased, and also the number of buffs there are more on a cosmic champion, the more the damage She-Hulk's SIG ability does. So that's why She-Hulk is the best counter here. You can also bring in other champions with the same compounding damage effects like Star-Lord, Aegon, and as well as Gilly 2099, but I'm just using She-Hulk here just to showcase that she can work. It's going to be a long fight because 90% of the damage is decreased, but once you do get up to 15, 20 or 25 Furies, the fight becomes very super easy. So all you need to do is to build up your Furies. First use your SP1s to build up your Furies and always keep pushing him to an SP1. You can also do quite a few intercepts. Just make sure he does not have a bar of power. In that way you can just swipe back and most of the time he will just jump right back onto you. He will dash in and you can just go in and swipe back in and do an intercept and let him throw those SP1s right there. I used this special when I had Power Sting on me and I lost a lot of health, around 36% of my health, but that's okay because I will keep getting that Power Sting and I will not use my special, and the willpower will heal me up to full. Now once you do have up to 10-15 Furies, then every time Venom will have a SP1 he will always throw that. So it goes without saying, do not push him to an SP2 and you can slowly but surely kill him off. But again, if you have Mr. Fantastic, bring him with She-Hulk. She will apply a lot of power stings and with every special Venom will take damage and this fight will be much shorter. I'm just trying to show some alternative options that you can use to kill off if you don't have power sting champions. So yeah, the first priority is always to bring in power sting champions. So if you look at the viable champs, I've given you 3 options for power sting. That is going to be Yellow Jacket, Spider-Ham and Mr. Fantastic with She-Hulk synergy. If not, there are a couple then there are passive damage ones. That is going to be Quake, Archangel and Cable with Apocalypse. So I hope that helps guys. I'll see you on the next defender. Next defender is going to be an Archangel who is a metal champion, so I will just bring in my Magneto, build up to 40 prowess charges and use an SP3 that bypasses, and all the bleeds also bypass, so that's gonna sting node, so that is going to be really helpful. So again, your best choice would be to bring in champions that do have power sting, so Spider-Ham, Wasp, Human Torch, Yellow Jacket, Mr. Fantastic with She-Hulk. So bring all of those champions if you don't have them. Good options are all metal champions on this path. Magneto can work. Archangel is a good option as well as Quake. So yeah guys, that's about it. Metal champions, building up to 40 prowess charges and just throwing my SP3. Both of the specials on Archangel are easily available, so nothing too much to worry about there. And that's about it guys, you can easily bring him down. Next defender is going to be a Warlock. Now again, he is a metal champion. It is also bleed immune, so it will only take one SP3 from Magneto to kill him off. Again, I'm just going to build up to 40 prowess charges and throw my SP3 and that will kill him off. Now if you don't have Magneto, again I would suggest you to bring in your Power Sting champion. That is the first choice. If not, then you will notice that they're on the viable champions. I've also mentioned Gilly 2099. Now Gilly 2099 has her damage reduced by 90%, but the compounding effect helps, just like we saw in the video in the defender against Venom when we use She-Hulk. Same way Gilly 2099 will do a lot of damage once she goes above 100 hits. And if you have finished the last part, if you built her up on X23, she is also a really good candidate here. Apart from that, other compounding damage champions also work, so you can build up Aegon as well, you can build up Star-Lord as well. All of that help, but they are going to be longer paths. But again, Power Sting champions will work best. If not, then you can try my strategy without using any kind of Power Sting champion, but relying on passive damage champions. And then we have an Omega Red. Now before we jump into this path, into this fight, I would again suggest that make sure that you bring in a robot champion. You can do this fight without the robot champion as well, but it's much easier if you bring in a robot champion, so you don't have to worry about the death spores, because against robot champion, the death spores are like stack really slow and they are very easy to deal with. I am using a Gilly 2099 that I built up on X23 with 100 hits, and although my damage is reduced by 90%, but because there's a compounding damage effect that will help me increase my damage over, it might take a little long, but I'll be able to bring him down easy. Having said that, again, your Power Sting champions will trump all of this part. If you have Power Sting champions, use them. Everybody is very big on Mr. Fantastic and She-Hulk synergy, Mr. Fantastic or Dr. Octopus synergy. If you have those, use them. If not, you can use my strategy as well. I am doing this part without Power Sting champions just to give other options, because Power Sting is not very much available in all champions, and sometimes it's hard for you to have those champions ranked up in your champion. So it's this is an alternative strategy that you can use. Next defender is going to be a Killmonger. Now he is probably the most annoying defender because of his reverberation and everything. Now again, if you have a champion that has armor break, that will work really well. Another tip, that if you're gonna use a Mr. Fantastic with She-Hulk synergy, and if you have Dr. Doom as well, bring Dr. Doom, because with every heavy he will apply a power he will apply armor break on Killmonger, so he will work here. It will be a little long fight, but you can do it because with the constant armor breaks it will become much more easier. Other champions that you can use here, you can bring in Cosmic Ghost Rider as well. Because of too much armor breaks, the damage 90% will be reduced, and you can still go through and hit Killmonger and kill him off very quick. Because imagine having 90% reduced damage, but because of 12 or 13 armor breaks you will do more damage. So Cosmic Ghost Rider is a good option here as well. And then the option that I've been using is going to be Magneto. Just throw your SP2 first, do the armor break, and then just parry and heavy, keep the armor break up there, and build up to an SP3 and throw an SP3, and that will kill him off as well. Again, your Quake will work here as well unless he doesn't have that true strike. And again, your champions that have easy access to Power Sting will be good options as well. You only need to take care about the reverberation. I would suggest you to use that Power Sting from Stung 1 Twice Shy to heal up. My choice is going to be an Archangel. I'm just staying back and using reparry so he can get poison on them, and I can convert them into neurotoxins and I can kill him off. Next defender is going to be a Night Thrasher, who is not really difficult. He's a very easy defender to deal with. His specials are very easily evadable, and I'm already brought in a damage over time and passive damage champion that is going to be Archangel, that will bypass that's gonna sting node. So I'm just gonna do parry and heavy and build up those neurotoxins, and that will do all the damage to him. If we throw it in a special, I'm going to have Brock or Dexit, and that's about it, guys. He's a very easy champion to deal with. He's one of the easier fights on this path. So yes guys, let's kill him off very quick, and I'll see you on the next defender. Now the next are going to be two Mystic champions, that is going to be Man-Thing and Diablo as the mini boss. Now one thing, again, I just got hit by the heavy attack. That's the first thing you need to take care about, is his heavy is going to be unstoppable, so stay away from that. I would suggest you to bring in a poison immune champion, because from time to time he will throw a poison on you, Man-Thing, and that will take a lot of damage on you. I am running Pale Power, and the armor break that will give me, that will help me survive a little bit, but I would highly suggest you to bring in a champion that is poison immune so you can run through this. If not, you can still use champions like Quake. Red Hulk is a good option as well. Mr. Fantastic with She-Hulk with Power Sting will work here as well. I'm using a Human Torch, so all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do minimal hits so I don't get the poison on me, and I'm staying away, just trying to build up my smolder charges. Once I have my smolder charges, I'm gonna use an SP3, and that will get me into Nova form, and that's when I go in and start hitting him. And with all of those smolder charges, I will just keep I will keep getting that poison, I will keep getting that Nova form again and again, and that will give me power sting, and that will melt him away very quick. So that is my strategy, guys. Again, quite a few different options you can use here, but highly suggested to bring in a champion that is poison immune and have willpower synergy. If when you do get an armor break, you can heal up and you can get through this fight very easily, and his specials are very easily evadable, SP1s and SP2 as well. Usually he will not throw an SP2 until he's cornered in the cornered on his side. So if he has an SP2, he's being stubborn, just hit him his block and take him to a corner, and he will throw the SP2 out as well. And the mini boss is going to be a Diablo. I'm going to use a human torch with pre-fight ability so I can have power sting, so I can melt him away faster. Now he has the same nodes, except he has two more, that is kinetic brewing and toxic rage. So whenever he will use an SP1 or an SP2, he's a chance that he might go unstoppable. So just be careful about that. Once he throws an SP1, just stay back, run out the timer, and then just right there, just stay back, run out the timer, and then you go for him. Now you could also bring in champions like She-Hulk here with Mr. Fantastic synergy, or without the synergy, just to control his unstoppable and also poison immunity, because if you get tagged, he does a very hefty poison on you. So just be careful about that. If not, Quake also works really well here. Mr. Fantastic also works. Spider-Ham would be a good option. Same goes with the Yellow Jacket. Any champion with power sting will work here. You can also use human torch without the pre-fight ability, but it will take a bit longer, so I would suggest you to not do that and have the pre-fight on in you. And once you have that, the power stings will easily melt him away. I've saved the pre-fight ability for him in the whole path. So I hope that helps, guys, and that helps you bring down this mini boss very quick, and I'll see you at the boss. So the boss is going to be an Hydra Adaptoid. So first thing you need to know that he will not throw an SP3. So even if you push him to 3 bars of power, you don't need to worry about that. He does have armor break immunity and matador and force of will. So you cannot reduce his ability accuracy, but you will get only a bar of power when he throws a special. And also all of his specials going to be unblockable. And there's also vigor. Every 15 seconds he will gain a regen buff on him that will regen some percentage of his power. Now, the only thing you need to take care about here is you have to bring in a champion that has easy access to nullify or take care of his unstoppable. If you look at my first video that was on the easy path, I've used Captain America Infinity War. If you want to check that out, just go on YouTube and write 6.4.5 easy path. That will pop up, and that's a takedown with the Captain America Infinity War. This is going to be with She-Hulk, and arguably She-Hulk is the best champion to deal. Now remember, it has limbo 10%, so you only have 10 stuns or 10 parries on you before the short duration comes smaller, so use them wisely. Another good thing about She-Hulk is on SP3 she has a huge stun, so use your initial parries to have that slow and build up to 11 to 10 passive furies, so he will always throw specials, and then you start going to SP3s, and with an SP3 just like that she will do a lot of damage, and also she will give a longer stun to the defender. So that is their leeway to go in and throw in a heavy attack to put a slow on him again. Just keep the slow up, keep baiting the SP1s out, and you can also throw an SP2 every now and then when you have 14 to 15 furies on you. As soon as you run out of those parries because of limbo 10%, use SP3s, and that's about it guys. It's a very quick fight with She-Hulk. She is arguably the best champion that you can use. You can use other champions as well, nullifiers like Doom, like Black Widow, Clairvoyant, other slow champions like Red Guardian will work here, and as well as Spider-Man stealth suits. And if you bring in a Captain America Infinity War, try to bring in a Mystic champion so you can have that kinetic charge on you all the time, so you can always be able to nullify his unstoppable. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. And apart from that guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.